let's talk about why I quit my last job. Make sure this is closed. Yeah, so I decided to quit my last job because it was basically super stressful. Everyone was leaving the company at the time. Like, no one was staying anymore. For example, when I joined the company, there were like only 8 people, maybe 8-10 max at the company. And when I left, it was only myself and 2 more others. So it was definitely becoming a dead company. Like, no one was staying there anymore. Like, the whole product of the company was becoming obsolete with Spotify. So like, there was no need for the company anymore. So the company was in the realm of like the music industry, where you basically like sync audio together and stuff like that. When I joined, there weren't what's going on here? When I joined the company, I didn't really do any meaningful work there, to be honest. Like, I was mainly responsible for CRM changes and stuff like that, but the actual core product of the company, I had no say or no like understanding of how to make those changes, so I wasn't responsible for that.
You ever heard about kawasakininja?
Yeah.
Nice bike show.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that guy was gonna snatch my phone. Anyhow, so I had no real participation with the main dealings of the application, like the main business logic of it. So essentially I was just brought in to help cover for like any bugs that were being had, any CRM changes and stuff like that. And like the CRM was created in, I believe it was Angular at the time. Was it? No, that's another project. The CRM was created in Django. There isn't really much I can do. Like, yes, I fix all of the issues with the application on the CRM side of things, and then that was it. But then they got to a point where the main developer that was responsible for like releasing different versions of iOS apps and Android apps, they decided to leave the company as well. I know that's being forced onto me, because previously I did work in Android and mobile development, so I do have some experience with that, and they knew that. So then all of this was pushed off to me. And because that was pushed off to me, I had to like try to figure out how to fix different issues in like the back end of the code. And like at that time we had like code that is being reused by both apps, and it wasn't like a React native application or anything like that. So it's like a Java application, and then we had like this Java to Objective-C code and shit like that. And like, it was so hard. And then like the other parts of the project involved, what was it called? Rust, bro. It involved Rust. Like, I had zero knowledge of Rust. So when there was something that happened, like we had like a very outdated version. Remember, I'm telling you, this whole application is old now. So at the point when I started to try to fix this error, I was like, I ain't getting nowhere with this. I will need... What the fuck? Someone is crossing. What the fuck? Right, so at the point I realized I'm not getting anywhere with this application, and I needed help. So my supervisor, who was the product owner, he told me to reach out to these developers and they will help out. They will try to help out like me and stuff like that. But they were not having it. Like, I felt like they were like at the point where they were over this project and they want nothing to do with it, even though they created it, and they would have been the best people to ask any questions. They wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. So at the end, we were just trying to fix some stuff together. Eventually the guys did respawn and help fix stuff, but it was like a patch. Like, it wasn't like any meaningful work was done. So like any meaningful work wasn't really being done. And then eventually, like, all of the bugs and stuff was left to me, because as I mentioned before, like, I was the only developer left, so there wasn't much that anyone else could help me with, because the other people were basically just marketers, and marketing and developers don't really go together. So I was left with all of this work to do. It became super stressful. Most of the time didn't know what to do because I never worked with Rust before. So as I said, the work was becoming stressful. Like, it really started to affect my health. Like, I wasn't sleeping good at night. I was always like working late into the nights and stuff like this, which really affects your mental health and your like psyche of everything. And honestly, it got to a point where I just talked to my sister and was like, I think I'll probably quit this job. Like, it's affecting me too much. And honestly, all she told me was like, just basically make sure you have like a good emergency fund so it can hold you over, which I did. And basically all of it is history. I quit the Hawaii. I quit the job. Took like the summer of last year off for vacation. It's like the dickhead, he just pulled over like nothing. I took the summer of last year for vacation. I did some certificates, so now I'm a certified Azure administrator and a certified Azure solutions architect. So that's what I am. So afterwards, this is starting to become the time when there's like more layoffs in the tech world, so it's starting to become like not easy. And if I'll be honest, when I decided to quit, I thought I'll just transition into solutions architecture, because that's what I did at my previous company before that company that I quit. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed like setting up like the infrastructure of different components, not components, but different like parts of it. Yeah, setting up different parts of the application. I really enjoyed that. So honestly, I thought I would have been a solutions architect. I thought it would be easy to find a job as that, but they want people with experience. Although I do have experience, my titles don't line up, and I think that is what is affecting me and my ability to get a solutions architect job. So what I had ended up doing was that I just basically applied for any in-person or hybrid jobs. I started applying for like any in-person software engineering roles, and eventually I got my job. I really enjoy it right now. It's not like tough. but it's not like super easy either. It's like a good challenge, and it gives me the ability to be flexible with my hours. Like I rarely ever have to work into nights. Actually, I haven't worked into nights. Maybe if there's like a crucial issue, then yeah, I'll fix it. But most of the things that occur like can be fixed the next day. Yeah, boy! Zoom zoom! But yeah, I really enjoy my job right now. I wouldn't change it for anything. And yeah, that's the story of how I decided to quit my job without having anything lined up.